Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. Holy crap, 2 days in a row. So it is mid-afternoon here, just got done with reading for an hour and had a pretty good training session today. Doing deadlifting 405 for 4 sets of 8. It felt pretty good. Yeah, so reading What to Do When It's Your Turn and It's Always Your Turn by Seth Godin has been pretty eye-opening. He talks about a few things like fear and dancing with fear, and it's really cool. And basically, you know, choosing yourself in a connection economy instead of in a, you know, the economy where you know, you're waiting for instructions and just waiting your turn. So he talks a lot about, you know, taking your turn and not waiting for somebody to tell you like, hey, now it's okay for you to do this or to do that. But one thing that really stuck out to me was obligation. Like, we all have not just an opportunity to choose ourselves, but an obligation to choose ourselves as artists. And it doesn't have to be, you know, like painting or writing a book or something. It can be starting your own business, flower shop. Doesn't matter. You can be a personal trainer or whatever. But just basically choosing yourself and putting the creativity into it and going from there. So I just think that everybody should choose themselves, at least with something. Even if it's on the side or an hour a month even, just something. And now's the best time to do it. If you wait until you're ready, then you'll never start. You know, it's just like starting a family or going to college or something. You know, if you wait till you're ready, you're never going to do it. And if you don't do it, nobody's ever going to get after you about it. You know, it's kind of going above and beyond and just, you know, chasing your thirst for something. Yeah. So go do it. When I started this, you know, it was I really wanted to do it, and I really wanted to be a personal trainer, and it really stemmed from my time in the Marine Corps. You know, just helping my other buddies out that just were like, hey, Walsh, how do I bench press, or how do I squat, or how do I get bigger arms, and, you know, just really simple stuff like that, and just kind of stemmed from there. And now I just help people. You know, the main thing is I help people gain control. You know, a lot of people feel out of control in this day and age, especially. You know, and there's so many conflicting views out there. Hang on. There's so many conflicting views out there and so many different fads out there, and they're marketed really, really well. And most of them seem legit. When in fact, 99% of them are just trying to get your money. There is a change, though. There's a change coming, and the change is that more and more people are becoming just real and vulnerable, just like this little vlog podcast deal that I got. You know, they're not hiding anything. They're not trying to sell you on something, and a lot of this has to do with, you know, the subscription model. You know, the subscription model is great because, you know, it fosters a relationship, not just a one-time sell. And like selling and marketing are different because, you know, you can sell something to somebody, and 6 months, you know, after that somebody buys it, they're like, oh crap, I wish I hadn't bought this. It's the stupidest thing ever. So it's a piece of junk, or it's a piece of junk program or something. Marketing, on the other hand, is, you know, convincing somebody to buy something or telling somebody about something, and after they get it, they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't know about this thing before I got it. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to do here, and just be honest about everything. In terms of this podcast, though, you know, I just want to kind of document what I do and kind of document my journey, my fitness journey, and to just help other people out and just share what I know. And just share motivation. If I got nothing else, I got motivation. So yesterday I talked about motivation and how motivation is for amateurs. Like, that's true to a point, but hey, motivation doesn't hurt. And if you got motivation in spades, then that's better than nothing. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. So today I was gonna talk about the little voice in your head, and how we all have this, you know, little voice that tells us, you know, like, oh, maybe I feel like having some ice cream. I think I'll have some ice cream. Okay, now let's go get some ice cream. Well, our body decides what to do, and then our mind follows, and then it kind of narrates as things are happening, or after the fact when things are happening. And Seth Godin's book talks about this a little bit. You can hack that and just kind of flip it and have your brain tell your body what to do. And I know it sounds arbitrary and it just sounds super like boiled down and way too simple, but it stands. Your mind can make the decision and your body can follow, but it's just making the decision to make that happen. This doesn't mean that we can become a robot and just have perfect willpower and everything just falls into place. It doesn't work like that either, but it pays off to be aware that our mind makes the decisions, not just our bodies. So when we're hungry, we can make conscious decisions to eat better or to eat just a little bit healthier or not eat, 3 servings or 2 servings, but the right amount for us and our goals. What else was I going to say? So I talked about hacking your tiny voice. So when you kind of feel down, and everybody does this, some people are down, some people ask me like, oh, I'm so unmotivated and I just don't feel like it, blah, blah, blah. And yesterday I talked about, having a time and a habit that you follow of putting in the work. When it's time to lift, you lift. When it's time to do cardio, you do cardio. When it's time to sleep, you sleep. When it's time to turn off your cell phone, you turn off your gosh darn cell phone. When it's time to work, you work. When it's time to play, you play. Easy, right? Those short things, those little tiny things, I think pay dividends alone. But here's the thing. When you hack your voice and change the tone of your internal voice from, yeah, I think, I don't know if I can do it, I'm not doing too good today, and take it from that and turn it into, just think, the best coach of all time on steroids, who wants nothing more than for you to do your best. Going from timid to just level 10 loud. Come on, Mike, you can do it. Get up. You can do it. Just a little bit more willpower. You can make it one more day. Come on. Don't give in. Don't give in. Get up, get up, get up. I think that's a hack that any of us can use. And it's as easy as, just kind of flipping a switch to off to on, because it takes no effort. It's just a little voice, and you can control that voice. So when that voice is screaming at you, at the top of its lungs, get up, keep going, you got this, you can do it, then there's nothing you can't do. And you'll find that your willpower / motivation / whatever just goes up just a little bit, maybe 10%. But 10% motivation can be the difference between, losing body fat to gaining body fat, if that's your goal, or, being more consistent in the gym, or whatever the case may be, writing more consistently if you're trying to write more, or whatever, doing the thing that you want to do and choosing yourself. So hacking your tiny voice is it's one of the coolest things that I found, and it helps me big time. When I'm here alone in this facility and it's time for me to do heavy squats, and sometimes you just don't want to do heavy squats. It takes it out of you. It is mentally taxing, and you have to be mentally tough to do heavy squats, especially alone, I think. So yeah, you just hack that little voice and crank up the volume internally and just kind of cheer yourself on. A lot of people like to shoot the whole, bootstrap yourself or pick yourself up by your bootstraps, model, and, think like, oh, well, you can't do that. You can't just will yourself to do something more. But it's like, no, you can. Anything that any human has ever done, it's special, like going to the moon or making these inventions and stuff. But, Einstein isn't more special than you. And, like Steve Jobs and, Neil deGrasse Tyson and all these, great minds or great athletes or anybody for that matter, like, yeah, they might have a twinge of genetics on their side. And, they might just be born a little bit smarter or a little bit faster or whatever the case. But when you boil it all down, they put in the work. And that was the main thing. It wasn't genetics. It was work. So a lot of people we never hear about that never got to their potential, that never fulfilled their obligation and their opportunity to do their best work because they didn't put in the work. And part of that is because they didn't hack their little voice into cheering them on and saying, come on, get up, it's time to do this thing, and you can do it. Everybody's waiting on you in a good way, and everybody needs to hear what you have to say. So that's all I got for today. I'm I'm still going to try to keep these, real consistent all the time. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. I've been posting a little bit of my lifting on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram at Mike Walsh USA, and Twitter is at Focus or Die. Check out focusordie.com. That's where everything is. That's my home website, and I post everything there. Have a good day. Be well. Be present, and just focus on what's right in front of you. After today's gone, it's not coming back. So be present. See ya.